Today I'd like to share with you a yoga practice for a good sleep. I've been doing this all week because I haven't been sleeping well. And whatever the reason, you're not sleeping well, anxiety, stress, side effects of medication or treatment, lifestyle choices, yoga's got your back. Doing this practice once will be helpful. Doing this practice regularly will be a lot more effective. So slip into something comfortable or into your pajamas, and I'll see you on the mat. Stand with your feet about hip width apart. Interlace your hands. Press the palms away and inhale. Take the arms up and stretch. However feels good here. With a long spine, slightly bent knees, exhale into a forward fold, interlacing your arms, grasping the opposite elbows, letting the crown of the head hang heavy towards the ground. Go ahead and straighten one leg and the other, bend one knee, then the other, working out the tension in the backs of the legs. You can see if your hands come easily to the ground, then hook your index finger and middle finger around the big toes and pull yourself a little bit deeper into the forward fold. If your hands don't easily come to the ground, then stay with the interlaced arms. And breathe here. Standing forward fold stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms us down. Nice deep breaths. We'll release this pose, bend the knees, take the hands to the ground, and step back so that you're on your hands and knees. From here we'll come to puppy pose. So walk your hands forward and about as wide as the mat. Keep the hips above the knees as you let the chest come to the ground. Let the forehead come to the ground. So you're pressing the point between the eyebrows on the ground. This is associated with the pineal gland, which is responsible for our sleep-wake cycle. And breathe here. If puppy pose isn't the right pose for you, come to child's pose. Take the knees apart and the big toes together. Send the hips back. And again, try to rest the forehead on the ground. If the forehead doesn't comfortably rest on the ground, then make fists with your hands and stack the fists and rest your forehead on the fists. And slowly release this pose back to all fours. And we'll just take a cat-cow here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, look up. Exhale, round the back. Press the hands firmly in the ground, draw the navel up. Inhale, cow, take the chest between the arms. Exhale, cat, draw the navel up. One more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Nice. Then cross the ankles, sit down behind your feet, and draw the left heel in as close to your body as you can, and the right heel directly in front. Make sure that the sits bones stay firmly planted on the ground, and exhale, start to walk your hands forward and see how far forward you can come in a forward fold without the sits bones lifting from the ground. Now pay attention to the right hip here, how it feels if you feel it opening. And if you're getting a good opening, please stay in this position. If you need to go further, then we'll stack wood. So draw the heels away from the body and stack the ankles and the knees directly above each other, making a nice compact shape here, keeping the feet engaged. And then again here, leaning forward, though this is a lot more intense and you might not even need to lean forward to get the stretch in the hip. So we're just trying to let go of whatever tension we've been carrying in the hips. Release that tension to get a good night's sleep. And inhale, make your way out of the pose. Let's take it to the other side. This time with the right heel drawn into the body and the left heel directly in front. Again, make sure the sits bones are firmly planted on the ground, and exhale, make your way into a forward fold. Only going as deep as feels good and as deep as you can still keep the sits bones on the ground. Now pay attention to what's going on in the left hip. And again, if you're getting a good stretch, please stay here. If you're not getting the stretch, if you're not getting that release, then we'll stack wood the other way around, the left leg over top of the right. And make sure that the shins are parallel to the front body and that the heels and knees are stacked. Feet are engaged. Lean forward. And let that stress melt out of the tension, melt out of the hips. Every exhalation releasing just a little bit more. Notice if you tend to tense up again, and then try to exhale, release it. And slowly make your way out of that position. Take your feet about the short width of the mat apart. Take your hands behind the back and just drop the knees to the right, drop the knees to the left. Massage out that hip area. And come onto your back. Take the soles of the feet together, knees apart. And bring the shoulder blades together and roll the chest up, away from the ground. Then go ahead and inhale the arms up and over your head to the ground in a Supta Baddha Konasana. You can always take a pillow or a block underneath the shoulder blades here if you want more of a back bend, more of a chest opener. I'm too lazy to put my props away if I'm doing yoga right before bed, so generally bedtime yoga I don't use props. Or I just use my pillow that I sleep with. Again, allow your breath to deepen, allow your breath to slow. Also here, let the tension melt out of the hips, out of the shoulders. Inhale, take your arms back up and use your hands to bring your legs together. Take your knees, lift your knees, your feet 90 degrees. Spread the arms out like a T and take the knees over to the left as you turn your head to the right. And breathe. Relax the toes, feet, the legs. Relax the hips and pelvis, the abdomen and chest. Relax the low back, mid-back, and upper back. And inhale, bring your knees back through center. Exhale, take the knees over to the left as you turn your head to the right. Relax the fingers and hands. Relax the wrists, arms, and shoulders. Relax the throat and neck. Relax the head and face, chin, jaw, lips, teeth, tongue. Relax the nose and cheeks, the eyes, and forehead, and scalp. Let the breath flow. And come back through center. One last pose, legs up the wall. So actually this pose I generally do in bed, not on my mat. And it is simply coming as close to the wall as you can. Roll onto the back and take the legs up the wall. And we're going to take a 4-7-8 breath here. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 7, and exhale for a count of 8. So first of all, just take a deep inhalation and a complete exhalation. Now inhale, 3, 4, hold your breath, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, hold your breath. Exhale. Inhale, hold your breath. Exhale. Slowly, completely, control. Inhale, hold your breath. Exhale. Inhale, hold your breath. Exhale. Last one, inhale, hold your breath, and exhale, slowly, completely. You can take a couple more breaths in this 4-7-8 rhythm if you like, or you can just return to a regular breathing pattern. Stay with your legs up the wall, or get yourself off to bed and have a really wonderful sleep. Thank you for joining me. Good night.